You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Flying Witch. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here, and today's anime review we get to cover a newest anime series for today's anime review is Flying Witch. Flying Witch is a Japanese manga series by Chihiro Ishizuka. It has been serialized since September 2012 in Kodansha's Shonen Magazine, Besatsu Shonen Magazine, and collected in 8 tankobon volumes. The manga was first published as a one-shot on July 9th, 2010 in the same name, and an anime television series adaptation aired between April 9th and 2016 and June 25th, 2016, which is particularly a 3-month anime series, only lasted for 12 episodes. So let's review the anime series. Let's begin. Makoto Kawata is a young witch who moves from Yokohama to Amori in northern Honshu to complete her training and become a full-fledged witch. She hasn't arranged to stay with her cousins, the Kuramotos, on their farm. Her younger cousin, Chinatsu, thinks Makoto is odd for talking to her cat Chito-san, but is quickly won over by a trip to the shopping mall in town of Hirasaki, among other things. Makoto buys a broomstick for flying. She lets Chinatsu fly back to the farm on her new broomstick. Chinatsu is ecstatic. She becomes more friendly to Makoto and less fearful of magic. The next day, Makoto attends a normal high school with her older cousin Kei and his friend Nao. After school, Nao guides Makoto home so she won't get lost while they are getting to know each other. Makoto finds a wild mandrake root and pulls it up. She's offered to Nao as a gift of their new friendship. Nao is terrified by the screaming root, so she declines the gift. Makoto takes the root home with her because mandrake is a rare and precious resource. At this point, Chinatsu is scared by the appearance of a strange tall man at their front door. Makoto recognizes him as the Harbinger of Spring. The Harbinger indicates this is a courtesy call to welcome her to this area. Makoto greets him respectfully and thanks him for creating the beautiful spring foliage and flowers. She offers him the 2 pieces of the mandrake root she recently collected. The Harbinger thanks her for the rare gift. He gives her pot of petunias as a peace offering for scaring Chinatsu. Later on the way home from school, Makoto tells Nao that she had a dream that indicated good luck in her future. Nao is delighted and heads home. Makoto and Kei pick up some wild fuki shoots, locally called bake, along the side of the road at the home. They soak the bitterness from the buds and fry them in the tempura batter for a snack. Chinatsu refuses to have any because no amount of soaking will change the bitter taste elsewhere. Nao sits and wonders for what form her predicted good luck might take at this point. Makoto wants to start a garden and to increase her knowledge and the connection with nature. Uncle Keiji says she can use the plot behind the house, which has not been used since his mother passed away. It is full of weeds, so Kei and Chinatsu to help them pull them up. For a while, Makoto spots a pheasant and chases it out around the garden. She references the tale of Momotaro, another Japanese story, who is accompanied by his faithful monkey, dog, and a pheasant as well. Across the world in Africa, Makoto's sister Akane decides to take a break from her world travels to visit Makoto and her Amori cousins. Akane teleports to the Kuramoto farm and greets everyone. She hands out very odd gifts from Africa. Akane criticizes Makoto's laziness in spell casting. Akane teaches Makoto a spell to summon a wild crow using a black hair from Chinatsu. Makoto practices the spell but accidentally makes it too powerful by using her own black hair. The hair of a witch is very potent. So it summons a whole flock, a murder of crows. Akane says the birds will disperse. Eventually, Akane teleports away, leaving them to deal with the birds. Makoto and her cousins visits the Hanami, the local cherry blossom festival. Makoto and her cousins explore the park and have their picture taken in front of the Hirasaki Castle. On the way back home, the trio encounter a roadside fortune teller. When the fortune teller hears Makoto's surname, Kawata, she reveals herself to be a fellow witch named Inukai. She claims that after a drunken night of revelry, Akane Kawata tricked her into being turned into a dog person. It happened last year, so Inukai has been in the park waiting for Akane to return. Makoto invites Inukai to the Kuramoto household and attempts to reverse Akane's spell with the magical Konpeto candy. However, the candy temporarily makes Inukai more dog-like. Later, Akane arrives and explains that Inukai caused the transformation herself. Akane has warned Inukai not to eat the magic chocolate, but she was hungry, so she ate it. The spell would fade eventually. At this point, Chito explores the town by familiarizing herself with the town. Chito can prevent Makoto from becoming lost. A curious Chinatsu follows Chito as she visits different places after returning home. Chinato is tired and takes a nap. Chito takes Makoto for a walk and shows her interesting things on a marked door, which looks like a face, a tied-up dog which Chinato taunts, a cherry tree which rains blossoms, and a treasure box which some boys hid. Makoto examines the box and discovers it is a time capsule. Akane starts teaching Makoto witchcraft. Chinatsu asks Akane to take her as an apprentice and make her a witch as well. Chinatsu asks her parents for permission, which they give easily. Akane is still reluctant because people who are not actually born a witch have to work very hard. Akane proposes to show Chinatsu what it's like to be a witch so she can make an informed decision. The children and now take the bus to the forest at the foot of the mountains. Akane has a jet lag, so she stays home to sleep. Kei selects a good spot to pick ostrich fern fiddleheads for snacks. This is Nao's first time picking greens in the woods, so she is afraid they may be bears. When a frog hops on Nao, she screams so loud the hidden forest bear runs away. When they get home, Kei cooks up the fern snacks. Akane shows Chinatsu and Makoto a trick-or-treat magic spell using some snacks, which makes the eater cry and the other laugh. Makoto ends up crying, Chinatsu laughing, while Uncle Keiji, who eats both simultaneously, laughs and cries. Makoto, Chinatsu, and Nao and Kei go picking her herbs in the mountains. You guessed it. Later, Akane sends Chinatsu, Makoto, and Kei to a nearby cafe owned by a local witch and her daughter, thinking Chinatsu should experience the local witch community and Makoto should meet a local senior practitioner. They follow the map Akane drew for them, but the address is deserted ruin. On the back of the map, there are instructions for a short ritual. When they perform on the right, they see a lovely cafe in the place of the ruined building. They enter and seat themselves. A ghostly paper appears on the table indicating they should make their order. The waitress is revealed to be a timid ghost named Hina. They order tea and a variety of desserts. While the group enjoys their tea and cake, the owner, Miss Shina, and her daughter Anzu arrive at later. Some regular customers, a ladybug couple, share some snacks. Chinatsu provides a commentary for the couple as they dine. The Veil of the Night, who brings the night every day, who has a quiet table to herself, and a fox comes to by to enjoy a plate of winter cherries. The children are in awe of the Kalintele and enjoy themselves. Post credits, Akane travels to Vietnam and tries for a new spell. You guessed it. Aunt Nana is an author and illustrator of children's books. The children read and enjoy her latest book. Just then, Inukai arrives with her familiar Al the hamster. Inukai feels guilty that she never told Makoto's fortune and at the Hinami festival try to make up for it. She casts pebbles to read a fortune for each child. Later, Nao drops by for a visit. Makoto shows her around the farm. When they get near the mandrake root, Makoto offers it to her as a gift. Still terrified now, declines again. Akane flies in and gives everyone a gift from Africa. Each gift matches the person's fortune. Nao is bad at cooking and is nervous in home ec class with support from Makoto and Kei. Nao attempts to make hamburger steaks. Kei makes curry and Makoto makes a salad and some cookies which look like witch pinky fingers. All the foods look delicious. When they are ready to eat, they realize no one made the rice. Later, Makoto and Akane accompany their cousins to their apple orchard to the apple blossoms. Thinning the blossoms ensures that each apple will get a greater share of the nutrients and grow to be the perfect fruit. Makoto goes near the beehives, so she lets one of the horn-faced bees land on her finger. These bees don't sting but bites her and flies off to pollinate a flower. The newspaper carrier arrives in the fog and brings Akane a paper with magical community news. Makoto sees the magical newspaper and Akane remarks that Makoto should get one too. It's been a long time since she had news from the other side while reading the magical newspaper. Akane sees an article that a flying whale will be nearby. She takes Makoto and Chinatsu to see it. They fly up onto the whale for a ride and find Anzu Shina already there. She is studying the ancient ruins built on the whale's back. They invite Anzu to their place for some breakfast. Kei makes hotcakes and they all enjoy breakfast with some congenial conversation. Makoto finds her old witch's robes. They are very small, worn thin, and shredded by Cheeto. She decides to make some new robes after getting directions to a fabric store from Aunt Nana. Makoto ventures with Cheeto. They buy some cloth in return without getting lost. Makoto also makes a set of witch's robes with some red cloth for Chinatsu. Makoto won't let Chinatsu watch her referencing the tale of the grateful crane. Chinatsu is extremely happy with the finished robe and shows it to her family. Later, a drunken Akane returns from the Hirasaki Neputa festival. While Makoto and Akane are trying to locate a lost mandrake root, they find ground fish. They are like normal fish, but basically, except they live in the ground. The fish are gathering because they love festivals. Akane gives them some of her sake. The fish drink greedily, change color, and float into the air. They begin to glow like festival lanterns. Makoto looks up on them in wonder and delight, as you notice, if you will. And that's my anime review on Flying Witch, because it's been a while since I have watched this anime series on for a while, I guess. It's not like I have not seen the Amanda Show or Arrow Green Lantern series, but particularly Flying Witch only encapsulates over like 12 episodes from April 9th, 2016 to June 25th, 2016 as well for this particular anime series. But I know it's based on an 8-volume manga as well. An anime television series adaptation aired from April 9th, 2016 to June 25th, 2016 on there. And I know Sentai Filmworks has licensed the series in North America and produced an English dub, as well as Animatsu Entertainment has licensed the series in the UK. Besides my anime review on Maid-sama, Flying Witch is getting a lot better than my previous movie review on Nobody's Fool with Paul Newman has got to me as well. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Flying Witch. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts on this anime review on Flying Witch. It's been a while since I've seen Flying Witch because it only has like 12 episodes. I guess probably in the same way how my previous anime review on Beastars is getting a lot better than my previous anime review on Maid-sama, which it all has got to me as well, I guess. Hope subscribe for content. My anime plan link in the description down below. You can share this video on our Twitter, Facebook if you have Twitter and Facebook account, and all social media. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking on the like button on this video. Feel free to leave in the comments in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new on my channel. Hit the notifications bell button and keep it otaku for this anime review. Got another one coming up here. Stay tuned for my next anime review. I got another horror anime for tomorrow's anime review on Biohunter. Stay tuned for my next anime review on Biohunter, because you won't want to miss another anime review.